On its own, a language model is a surprisingly closed box. It's brilliant at generating text, but it can't look up today's weather, it can't do reliable arithmetic on big numbers, it can't run code, and it can't change a single thing in the real world. Everything it knows is frozen from training. So how do we hand a model real abilities, a search engine, a calculator, a database, an API? That's exactly what tool use is for, and it's the foundation under every AI agent. Let's dig in. First, let's see the gap that tool use is actually closing. A bare model can only generate text from its frozen training. Ask it for today's headlines or a precise calculation on huge numbers, and it will confidently make something up because it has no way to actually check. It's sealed off from the live world, guessing from memory alone. Give that same model tools, and the box breaks open. Now it can run a real search for current information, call a calculator for exact math, query a database, or trigger an action like sending an email. It stops being a closed text predictor and becomes a system that can reach out and do things. The intelligence stays in the model, but the reach comes from the tools you connect. So, how does a model actually use a tool? It's a clean cycle with 4 moves. Watch the loop. It starts with you. Before anything runs, you describe the available tools to the model, each tool's name, what it does, and what arguments it expects. The model now knows its options, the way a new employee is handed a list of the systems they're allowed to use. When the model decides a tool would help, it doesn't run anything itself. Instead, it emits a structured request. This tool, with these arguments, a clean, machine-readable message saying exactly what it wants done. Now your code takes over. Your application reads that request, actually runs the tool, hits the API, queries the database, executes the function, and captures whatever comes back. This is also where safety and permission checks live, because you control what really executes. Finally, the result flows back to the model. It reads the fresh information, the search results, the computed number, the confirmation, and continues its response grounded in that new fact instead of guessing. And it can loop again if it needs another tool. Strip it down, and 3 ideas capture what tool use really is. First, tool use let the model call external functions it simply can't perform on its own, searching the live web, running exact calculations, querying data, executing code. It extends the model past the edge of its frozen training. Second, this grounds the model's answers in real, current data, which cuts down hallucination, and it lets the model take genuine actions in the world, sending a message, updating a record. This is what turns a chatbot into a capable system, and it's the foundation of every agent. Third, and crucially, the model never runs the tools itself. It only requests them, and your code executes and returns the results. That boundary is where your control lies, which tools to expose, how to describe them, and how to handle errors and permissions. All right, let's lock in the essentials. Giving a model tools lets it call external functions, a search engine, a calculator, a database, an API, a code runner, so it could do what a text predictor cannot do alone. The cycle is straightforward. You describe the tools, the model requests one with arguments, your code runs it and returns the result, and the model continues with that new information. It matters because tools ground answers in real data, cutting down hallucination, offload what models are bad at like exact math and precise retrieval, and let them take real actions, which is exactly what makes an agent possible. And remember, the model only requests tools while your code executes them, which is where your safety controls sit. Enjoy this way of breaking down AI? There's a whole library of it waiting for you at Standarity.com. Come take a look.